Today we're going to talk about the process that I used to help existing businesses grow and scale by putting proper systems into place and first taking an audit of the business to reduce the friction and allow for maximum velocity. So a little bit about my background. At the beginning of COVID, I became the sales manager of a functional medicine company here in Aventura, Florida. I went on to take over that company and we scaled that from 4 million per year to 12 million per year in 1.5 years. This is the exact process that I used there. And then again after that, as the president of 10X Health, going from 9 million to 50 million in annualized revenue in under 1 year, okay? So the first thing that we do is we have to take an audit of the current business. And we're gonna start off at the top with who is the buyer, okay? So first we're gonna look at, have we identified specifically who is the buyer persona or avatar in this business, the person to whom we are selling? Most businesses have 3 or 4 different buyer personas. And a lot of business owners will have identified this person, but minimally. So they'll say, hey, we sell to a 50 to 70-year-old man who makes a lot of money, okay? That's not enough. We need to really define each buyer persona. How much they make, what areas they live in, how they make decisions, what other products they purchase, okay? What personality types they are, where they dress, okay? Like basically everything. We need to psychoanalyze this person, their age demographic, again, what they're doing for work. We need to know everything about this person. Where are they getting information from? Is it the Rob Report, or are they getting information from TikTok? And once we understand how they make buying decisions, what else they're buying, what is important in their life, where they live, how they make money, how much money, then we'll be able to directly target our message towards this person. And the better that we can understand their problems and how their problems are affecting their lives, that is the extent to which we can easily craft a message to go all in and hone that person to maximize our effective marketing dollars. Okay, so we need to define our buyer persona. There's 3 or 4 of them, and I have a worksheet that I can help you guys with. The next thing that we have to do is say, hey, have we defined our mission, vision, values as a company? Right? So does everybody within the company know where we're going, what we stand for, and the updates and transparency on a company on a daily basis? And if not, then how can we possibly expect our sales, marketing, or operations team to mimic the message, the culture, and the values that we want to portray to the customer? We can't. This is an imperative part of company culture. Once the mission, vision, and values are created and the 1, 3, 5, 10-year roadmap has been drawn out, we need to share this with our employees, all of them. And we need to share this with them repeatedly. We need to consistently be transparent about the state of the company, its goals, our revenue, and what we have a desire to do or function and impact. As an owner or a manager, we have to consistently sell the employees on the vision of the company, motivate it and persuade them each and every day that what they're doing is something great. This will allow us to align our brand messaging to the consumer in all departments, okay? So mission, vision, values, and the larger goals, and those need to be communicated. That brings us into what is our meeting structure. So let's take a look. Are we meeting with our team every day? Most business owners are not, and you should be. You should be meeting with your entire team, whether on Zoom or in person, depending upon your setup, for 15 minutes every day. And that structure should look different each day. But you should minimally tell them what we did in sales or revenue yesterday. Talk about some motivating thing, give them some hope for the future, nice new initiatives or things that are coming up, or something a competitor launched and what we're gonna do about it. Give them information and feedback, housekeeping items, agenda, whatever it may be, but get them motivated each and every day. It's imperative. If you don't have daily all teams meetings, you're really missing out. From there, every week, each employee should be meeting with their direct report manager. Okay? And if you haven't done that, we need to take a look at how this feedback works, right? Each week, the employee needs to bring to the manager a prospective problem that they're facing and the prospective solution to that problem so that we have a solution-oriented conversation framework. The issues that are going to be talked about in this meeting must be put on a worksheet before the meeting is had, and both parties must review them each and every week with a task listing and an agenda so that we're consistently solving problems. Executive meetings need to be run the same way. Whether that's through an OKR strategy or an EOS traction strategy or format, we need to have a documented process where people read and prepare before the meeting, and then we need to have an agenda, a checklist, a to-do list at the end of the meeting, which gets followed up on. This all needs to be tracked. Okay, moreover, with that meeting each week, the employee needs to get feedback, or each month, depending upon it, they need to get feedback about how they're actually doing towards their goals, right? Which also means we need to talk to the employee about their 1, 3, 5-year personal, professional, financial goals. And then as a manager, we need to create a roadmap for that person to move up in the company and achieve their personal, professional, financial goals while working at the company. Thus, getting more buy-in, better work ethic, and a desire to actually help the company grow, because as the company grows, this person will grow. Okay, so we've already gotten a lot of information here in this short amount of time, but those are some basic areas that most people miss on, right? So we got to take an audit. Have we done these things appropriately? Now the next thing is, what does our sales process look like, right? Well, that starts with marketing. Is our marketing message aligned with what sales says? And if we have marketing and sales misalignment, which 95% of the companies out there do, we need to align those two. Most likely bringing the marketing department into the sales meeting so the marketing department can see the objections that the salespeople are having and the collateral that they need. So we can build marketing collateral off of the sales team's actual needs in real time, and so that the marketing department can create real useful collateral that's solving the customer's issues, thus driving them down the funnel. Now, the next part is, do we have operational alignment with sales and marketing? Is the operational process matching what sales and marketing are saying? And is there a smooth transition, right? Is this a flywheel? Or is the marketing messaging promising one thing and then sales promise another and operations is unable to deliver on what sales and marketing said? Or is it a smooth process in which marketing talks about exactly what sales is going to talk about, and then there's a handoff into the operational process in which the salespeople give the client a heads up as to what to expect next, and operations has an idea of what's going on with this client and how to bring them through the process. So operations also probably needs to be in the sales meetings at least once in a while so they have an idea of the language being used and what sales and marketing is saying. Now, do we have some sales, marketing, and operational alignment? Hopefully a little bit better than you did in the past. But most likely you don't have that going into this. Most companies don't. It's okay. Okay? Now, from here, let's look at actually managing the employees and creating a culture and an environment in which everybody is moving the business forward. Does each employee know what success looks like? Do they have a description, a job description that shows them here's what success looks like? Do they have metrics to go against, and are they given feedback? Do they also have an incentive metric? Every single employee in the business, whether they're in sales, front office, operations, accounting, doesn't matter, needs to have an incentive metric, 10 to 15% of their base salary, in which they are able to make each month based off of certain metrics. These metrics must move the business forward and they must be trackable. Most businesses don't have this. No wonder why employees don't like showing up to work, because the business owner doesn't care about the employee. They're punching a clock 9 to 5. They have no incentive metric and no room to grow within the company with an actual roadmap. We've just alleviated all that by the process that I've just dictated. Okay? Now we're getting some buy-in. Now we have some better culture and employees like working here, and we're starting to, move forward and foster a better experience. Now let's start breaking down the numbers. Okay, what can we do to increase revenue and grow and also increase profitability? Well, let's look at our ROAS, our return on ad spend. Okay, and then let's look at what's our average customer order size, and then our customer lifetime value. Okay, I'm going to explain these things. Your return on ad spend is how much you are returning, aka generating in revenue, per dollar of ad spend. Okay? If you're negative, well, you're not doing too good. If you're positive, you're doing okay. We want to get to a 3 or 4 to 1 ROAS to operate a business positively. And then we need to look at what's our average order size, how many orders are we closing, and what's our customer lifetime value. How can we increase our average order size? What ancillary or supplementary products or services can we offer them? And how can we keep them around for longer? Okay? Then the next thing is, do we have a referral program? Are we asking for referrals and testimonials and reviews? And are we incentivizing the customers to do so, so that rather than just going through a typical sales funnel, buying the product and maybe churning out later down the line, they become a part of the family where they're referring other people and they're incentivized to do more of this? And are we consistently delighting the customer? And I don't just mean with the product or service. I mean, are we educating them through a newsletter, through communication? Are we checking in on them? Are we giving them customized feedback and solutions? Are we truly delighting the customer so that they want to refer other people, so that we increase their lifetime value, so that we reduce the churn? Okay? And most people are not. We're spending all these marketing dollars on acquiring new customers, which is the most expensive customer we can have. But let's start spending money on marketing to our existing clients, thus getting referrals and reducing our overall cost to acquire a customer, the next important metric in the whole system. Okay? This is just the tip of the iceberg. I haven't even touched the entire audit process that I would go through. I haven't gotten to technology. I haven't gotten to finance. I haven't gone in depth about the actual levers that one pulls or the dashboards reporting any of this. I just gave you a very tip of the iceberg. If you're a business owner, a manager, a director, an executive at a company, and any of this was helpful, and you think that it would be beneficial to have a conversation with me, drop a comment down below or hit my Instagram at Wade Houston on Instagram. I have a one-on-one mentorship in which I help business owners, professionals, executives scale their business in the most streamlined, effective way. Okay? I've obviously done this before myself based on my past experience, and I love doing this. So DM me directly on Instagram at Wade Houston or drop a comment below. And guys, if this was useful, please subscribe, like, share this with other people. Love you all. Happy Friday from beautiful Miami.